All right, Shalom Israel. Once again, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory forever and ever to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who continue to rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying and as brief as I can make it. And the title of this will be, quote unquote, "You're the most attractive man I've ever seen," which is with this woman who I'm gonna play I'm gonna play a video that was recorded of her, a woman that appears to be an Edomite, so-called white woman. This is what she says to this guy who I believe is a Jake, all right, part of the 12 tribes of Israel, Hebrew Israelite man. So I'm gonna just play it.
Come here.
No, ma'am.
Come here.
No.
Come here.
No, ma'am.
No. You come here. Come here.
No, for what?
Come on. Come on.
Come on, what?
Seriously?
Look, get your purse before somebody pick your stuff up. No, I'm gonna come here. Listen,
Come here.
once you
Come here.
once you get the purse, I'm gonna once you pick your stuff up.
I'm not gonna fix myself for you. Come here.
No, listen.
Come here.
Pick it up and then I'm gonna come to you.
Come here. Come here.
Pick it up and then I'm gonna come to you.
Hey, you. Come here.
Okay, you want me to call it? Do you want me to call the police to help you out?
Come here.
For what? For what?
Come here. Come here.
For what?
Come here. Come here. Come here.
For what?
Hey. Hey. Come here. Come here.
What have you been drinking?
Come here.
No.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey. You. Come here. Come here.
No.
Hey. Hold on. Hold on.
What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that?
Come here.
I'm right here by
Come
you.
here.
Why are you look? No.
No.
You can't do that. You can't do that. Watch
Do
the car.
what?
Huh?
Do what?
I need you to go pick your things up. I need you to go get your things. Look, I'm going to come to you once you get your things. Once you pick your things up before somebody steal it, I need you, and then I'm going to talk to you. Then I could come see what you want.
I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna do that.
Why not? What have you been drinking? What have you been drinking?
Hey.
Huh? You okay?
Yeah?
You know your brother number? You say your brother?
Come here.
You gonna be okay? Why are you looking at me like that? What's wrong? What, I'm ugly? Huh? I'm ugly?
No.
Why are you looking at me like that then?
You're the most attractive person that I've ever seen.
Oh my God, stop lying. Stop before you hurt yourself.
No.
This lady here.
No. Come here. Come here.
What's wrong?
Come here. Come here.
No.
Come here. Come here.
No, I
Come
can't.
here.
I can't.
Feel me. Feel me. Come here.
I can't feel
Come
you.
here. Come here.
No, you're
I'm
intoxicated.
serious. I'm serious. Feel me.
Come
Come here.
No.
I'm serious.
No.
No, I'm serious.
I can't touch you.
Touch me.
I can't. No, I gotta go. No.
Come here.
No, man.
There you have it.
you know, he was in fear of his life. You know, he was running from her like he was in fear of his life, and she was chasing him like like her dog got off the leash. You know, I have two questions. What was he so afraid of, and what did she want from him? You know, I'll leave that up to interpretation. But you know, just speculating, right? He may have found her unattractive. He may have found her because she ugly as hell, you know. He may have had he may have just been unattracted to her. He may have which if that was really the case, he wouldn't have. He was flirting with her. He was flirting with her. He was just trying to get some content. But he spent a nice amount of time playing around with this lady, and he knew what she wanted. He knew what she wanted. You know, that's why he said, "Well, my ugly," right? And he was flattered when she said, "You're the most attractive man." Look at her face. You're the most attractive man I've ever seen. You know, I'm not sure if this woman is just drunk or she's some type of drug addict, maybe both. I'm not sure, but you know, nevertheless, more than likely, she said what she said. He said it's something he can't touch you. He can't touch it. She said, no, touch me. She said, touch me. Like she wanted to be touched by him, you know, in more ways, probably than a little. But you know, he was scared. He was scared as hell. He you know, he recorded it, and you know, if back in the days, you know, it would be situations like this that would get a man lynched, put to death. All right, you know, because speaking to a white woman, looking a white man in the face, speaking to a white woman, whistling at a white woman. All right, even though a lot of times, you know, they would come on to, you know, Jake's, you know, and then they showed you that on the movie Rosewood, even though it wasn't a so-called black man that she was laying down with. She blamed the so-called white man she was having an affair with. She was committing adultery with when he beat her ass, when he put his hands on her. She didn't know how she was going to explain it. She blamed it on so-called black man, a random so-called black man, and that wound up leading to you know, a whole town being destroyed. A bunch of, if I'm not mistaken, hundreds of people being killed, and that was based upon a true story, you know. But and so, you know, these women, you know, they want you to have their way with them, you know. And this is not just a white thing, so-called white woman thing. You know, all of these women are hoes, are adulteresses, all right, harlots, and you know, they like it rough. They like for you to have your way with them. You know, take overpower them, right? But you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful because these women could be so wicked, right? They'll be drunk. They'll lay down. You know, they'll put a lot of pressure on you to lay down with them. Remember the next morning that they have a husband, they have a man. A man probably was calling them all night. They in fear of losing a relationship, they paint a picture in which make it seem like you you came onto them, you forced yourself upon them or whatever. When in our reality, it was more the other way around. Anyways, as this truth, as we get closer to the day of the Lord's judgment, as the Lord's elect, as the Lord brings attention to who truly has the truth on the planet Earth, which is the true prophets of the Heavenly Father, the more valuable the Israelite men, especially the prophets, are going to become in these last days, because we're the only ones, Lord will not be a part of that number. The Lord's elect, the Lord's prophets are the only ones who will have stability and understanding of the times that we're living in and be able to provide true comfort to others. So this is Isaiah 13:12. And so what? These women are going to increase in chasing the Israelite man, not just Israelite women, neither. Women of all races, colors, and nations. Isaiah 13:12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir, right? Not just gold, right? And that's heavy, because as we shift into this fourth industrial revolution, as we shift into this devil changing his system to a digital currency system, cash money, the value of cash money is continuously falling, and actual, real money, gold, silver, land, things like that will continue to, the value of it is already valuable, but it will continue to increase. And so not only gold, but the finest gold is what the Lord has compared not only a man, all right, but a man of the Lord in these last days unto, all right. And the more valuable something is, the more people, what's called supply and demand. The more people will demand or seek out to obtain that which is valuable. And part of that is has a lot to will have a lot to do with how unavailable this truth in the men of the Lord will be when all hell breaks loose. All right, in the time of Jacob's trouble and the hour of temptation. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and 19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, right? And gather her that was driven out, which is the nation of Israel. All right. The Lord is gathering his elect to be delivered, all right, and reversing the roles of us being oppressed, being in captivity, having the curses on us, to our enemies being the ones that will be oppressed, being the ones that will be persecuted, being the ones that will go into captivity. And so the Lord will free us from the hands of our enemies. It says, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame, which is primarily America, Babylon the Great, all right, and all the other lands where we were driven to serve captivity. In those same places where the Lord has, where the curses have chased us into, all right, those same lands that told us that we were, those same lands and peoples that rule over those lands, which at the end of the day is Esau, Edom, in those same places where we were told that we were niggas, Latinos, and Native American Indians, spics, right, monkeys, what is it, 3/5 of a man, 2/4 of a man, whatever. I think it's 3/5 of a man. Where we were told that we were less than human. Those same places, the Lord is giving us praise and fame, and right. What the scripture say? And that they then shall they know a prophet was among them. All right. The more the Lord reveals that the things that the men that was out on the highways and byways week in and week out was telling the truth, the more that the Lord reveals that they actually had all the answers, they knew all the secrets of the future, they knew the prophecies, the more this truth is going to gain traction as far as fame, recognition, right? Everyone is, this truth has gone viral. You have most people are bucking up against the truth, against the prophets, talking shit. But they who laugh now will cry later. All right, according to the scriptures. And these people will cry once they realize that they've came up against the men that the Lord truly was dealing with, and that they're the only ones who have the answers to escape the times that these evil, dangerous times that we're coming into. And so we're seeing the beginning of these days now, all right? Well, like I said, this truth going viral. Everyone knows, all right, one way or another, they've heard about the Hebrew Israelites, and it's going to continue to increase, especially when that microchip technology is made mandatory, all right? Because that's when our temptation, the time of Jacob's trouble, is really going to be here, and it's, the oppression of our people is going to be at its greatest once again, all right, before the Lord's judgment, which is going to be by way of thermonuclear missiles. And so with fame, with praise and fame, right, these women, right, that's power, that's empowerment. These women chase power, these women chase fame, all right, these women are desperate for the reason why women, love chasing men with money and power is because of security, to feel safe, to feel secure, right? A woman would say she's independent and she doesn't need a man because she has a certain level of power, she has a certain level of money, to it, so she can replace that security that a man is supposed to provide with a certain level of income, all right, with being able to provide a certain level of structure and organization in her life through her source of income. But when the rules, when this devil breaks this society down to a certain point in order to create a desperation of the mind in the masses of the people during that phase, during that time period, our temptation, the time of Jacob's trouble, these women are their whole order system as far as what provides stability and security for them is going to go out the window, and so they're going to resort back to men, all right, needing men again, all right. It's not, and money is not going to have anything to do with it. It's going to be Salaki. It's going to boil down. It's going to boil down to wisdom ultimately, all right. knowledge and wisdom. Scripture say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. That's what's going to keep the men that these women are going to be chasing stable, all right, and attract them to these men, all right. But aside of the Lord putting it in their spirits and reminding them that those men had the answers to how to get through these times that we are living in now, all right. They been new 20, 30 plus years ago, all right. The Lord's going to remind them, not just women but men as well, going to remind all people who are knowledgeable about the Hebrew Israelites about the things that they were speaking about, and they're going to go hunt and look for them. This is Amos chapter 8 and 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. Right? And so this truth is going to become scarce, and it's going to become even more famous and popular than it is now, because of how unavailable it's going to be. And so these women and men are going to chase the prophets, are going to desperately be looking for the men that they knew was talking about all of these end of days circumstances and situations. This is Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a rock in a weary land. All right. And so the men of the Lord specifically, will provide comfortability. All right. Will provide protection, a certain level of protection, a certain level of comfortability, all through their wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. The Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Holy Spirit of Kakodash is going to be dealing with them, and there's going to be, as it is now, a hedge around these men, and spiritually, both men and women are going to be attracted to that power that these men are going to have. All right. But at that point, it's going to be too late, and the men of the Lord are going to be even more circumspect than they are now, even more what's the word? I guess picky, for lack of better words, more discern. All right, and they're gonna have even more discernment, and that eyebrow is gonna be raised up even more. So men are gonna be picky as far as women that they will choose to deal with, and as a man, it's like you could almost forget about it. The Lord is truly gonna have to have a certain spirit on a man of the Lord to be willing to help another man. All right, in any form of fashion in these last days, who doesn't have the truth. Like the Lord is literally gonna have to probably say, right, to a man of the Lord, look, yeah, like, because the Lord has a way to speak to you in your mind, and you just know you better obey that command, or you probably gotta you have to deal with some type of judgment. So the Lord may have to literally put it in the man of the Lord's spirit to deal with any man, teach him give him, just verbally passing the truth unto him. And at that point, it's gonna be, your faith level gonna have to be on a whole nother level. Cause it's like, look, we ain't got time to break down those scriptures. We probably don't even have a Bible to be able to show you those scriptures. You're gonna have to take it, you're gonna have to take it for you're gonna have to just believe what I say, man. All right, through faith. But Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, right? That nuclear wind, that nuclear destruction, all right? Because that's ultimately what all people are going to be looking for protection from, all right? Because the believing in the men of the Lord, believing in the prophecies is believing that we are leading up to the day of the Lord's judgment, the day in which the Lord will judge the earth by way of fire, all right, for their wickedness, for their sins, beginning with America, Babylon the Great. In a covert from the tempest, right, that storm, it says, as rivers of water in a dry place, right? That woman was thirsty as hell, And a man of the Lord in the day of Jacob's trouble, the time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, all right, is going to be like you walking in the desert and finding a bottle of water, as the shadow of a rock in a weary land, right, or just a place to hide from that blazing, scorching sun. This is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Right? These women are going to be going through it. And they're going to be willing to, they're going, all that independent women shit going to go out the window. All that, monogamistic, if that's a word, believing that one is one man to one woman. Women ain't going to they don't really care about that shit now. They just manipulate. They just use the power that they've been given by this devil in their system to try to manipulate that way of thinking, that belief system upon you. And if you a simp, you're gonna fall for it, and you're gonna fall to her ways, But secretly, she's going to always be, not even secretly, she's always going to be looking for you to be dealing with another woman, because in their spirit they just know that is the nature of a man. They actually want it. Women are programmed to they like get turned on by their man being wanted by other women. They love drama, they love competition, all right? And one of the things that turns them on the most is knowing that they have a man that is highly sought after, that is highly wanted by other women, all right? And so they're going to be willing to share in these last days, more and more, because of that power that's going to be with you, right? So now, with that being said, again, the men of the Lord are trained to be circumspect, to be, what was the word I just used? God damn it. Not diligent. What's the word? It slipped my mind. To be basically more picky, right? To be more careful in their decision making, all right? And so whatever women that a man does choose, whatever, to bring inside of their household, right? Or they may not have a household. They may be as pilgrims, not knowing where they're gonna lay their head. But a woman, gonna see that spirit, gonna see that power with that man, and she knows that whatever she's going through, as bad as it is, it would be much better off with this man who she see the spirit dealing with. So with that being said, some women may be sent as agents to find out, gain whatever type of information about you, where you laying your head at. The Lord may have it to where as though you shacked up with a couple brothers in a cave, and it may be bounties, it may be a bounty, it may be a reward for turning in Hebrew Israelites, especially men. And you might have women that's on spy missions. So you gotta be careful, right? This is Proverbs 6:23. It says, "For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life." Right? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures is stability. All right, is a guide, is the instructions to how to be led to salvation, to survive and endure, to as the elect, to be delivered in these last days when Yahushua makes his second return. Verse 24. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. And that's what that woman was trying to do, right? And so brothers know this, right? But you have to, more and more, the things that we know is going to increase. We're going to have to remember it even more and be on point even more. Be circumspect, diligent. The words right there in the tip of my tongue, right there in front of my mouth. I can't keep slipping. It says, "For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life." All right. And so these women, they already look to trap. They already hunt men to trap them, to get them caught up in their life, get them caught up in a drama, to be used in all different types of ways. And so you already have to be careful of women. It's going to be even more so in the day, in the hour of temptation, the time of Jacob's trouble. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26. In the easy English, it says, "I found something more bitter than death, the woman who is like a trap. The love she offers will catch you like a net, and her arms around you will hold you like a chain. A man who pleases Yahweh can get away, but she will catch the sinner." All right, so Lord willing, that was edifying. All right, the point being that these women already, primarily these women that belong to these other nations, they already are chasing the so-called black man, all right, so-called Latino, Native American man, the 12 tribes of Israel, especially outside of these countries. These women are playing hard to get inside in America, unless you got a couple dollars, unless you tricking, unless you being a simp. All right, but the rules are going to change. All women of all nations, all colors, are going to be chasing the men of the Lord the way that woman that appears to be an Edomite was chasing that man in those videos that I showed. All right. and with that power, all right, will come a great responsibility, and it's gonna be so many women, you know, looking for you, you know, looking for that protection, looking to be a part of your household that you're gonna have to fight them off. You're gonna have to be even more. Yeah, I can't. The word can't come. Is not coming to me. You're gonna have to be more circumspect than ever. All right. You're gonna have to be careful more than ever, and so that you won't get caught up in, the scriptures say what? We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. All right. These women are part of Satan's devices, no matter their nationality, no matter their color, no matter their race. All right. And so it's going to be even more in these last days. Lord willing, bishops and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000. Shalom.